I've said many, many times that the gambling gods giveth and sometimes they taketh away, but now I'm going to have to amend that statement. Sometimes the gambling gods giveth and Pete Carroll taketh away. You saw the game, you saw the play. Hey, you saw how money went your way or didn't go your way because of the play. Without a doubt, the most incredible final minute in Super Bowl history. Without a doubt, the biggest boneheaded play in Super Bowl history. Hey, and listen, that was the game changer. What can I say? You know it as well as I do. Listen, the one thing that really surprised me, though, in hearing all the post-game analysis from players, from coaches, from commentators, etc., the one point that wasn't brought up is this. I don't care if you're working in a four-man realty office. I don't care if you're an account executive of a Fortune 500 firm. I don't care if you're a professional or collegiate athlete. The one constant is this. You always have to have 100% total confidence in the man in charge, whether that's your office manager, whether that's the CEO of the company, or whether that's your manager or head coach. You saw after the game, some of the players, it was reported, going into the locker room, could not believe the call. You saw their expressions on the field, could not believe the call. And you know what the call was. Marshawn Lynch should have gotten the damn ball. You and I both know it. Kids playing pee-wee football knew it, okay? And of course, I'm sure there's even more squabbles going on, and you're not going to hear the criticisms because I'm sure they tried to squelch that coming out of the locker room, the dismay from the Seahawks players. And Pete Carroll, stood up there and said it was all on him, blah, 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 but they're just words. But the locker room is such an interesting dynamic. I spent almost 8 years as a reporter, and the locker room is like this one big dysfunctional family. Bad apples can ruin the environment. That's why you see so many teams get rid of guys who are like Josh Smiths, for example. Or you'll see other teams bring in good guys, veterans, who may not still have it on the field, but they're good for the locker room environment. You see players constantly lose faith in the coach. I'm telling you, I've been in locker rooms where you knew collectively teams quit on their coaches. You knew sooner or later there was going to be a managerial coaching change. Now, obviously, the Seahawks are not going to get rid of Pete Carroll. But how do you go forward from here? This isn't like the Green Bay Packers blowing their chance against Seattle 2 weeks ago and everybody ticked off that Mike McCarthy became too conservative down the stretch. Oh, no, no, no. This is 100,000 times worse. And again, how do you bring this group together? Because everybody in the world knows that they were one play, they were 2 yards, they were 6 seconds away from winning the Super Bowl, and they blew it yesterday on a boneheaded play. So that'll be an interesting point going forward. It's kind of interesting. Last year, when Seattle demolished Denver, there were only 3 handicappers. I had the Seahawks. Yesterday, it was pretty much split down the field here in terms of guys who had big plays on the Patriots and guys who had big plays on the Seahawks. And again, if you won with the Patriots like I did yesterday, you're grateful, you're excited, you're thrilled. And the fact is, I think you should have won, and we should have won on the Patriots, because the way Tom Brady carved up that so-called great Seattle defense was just criminal. And I told you in my analysis yesterday, I thought the Seahawks defense was overrated all season long because they did not have the pass rushers that they did a year ago. And it hurt them because they couldn't get the push when they were on the field for so many plays. And Brady just took what the defense had, dink and dine, and just tore them up. It wasn't like he was going long every single play, guys. He was more than happy to take those 5, 6, 7-yard gains and just move them up and down the field. Again, if you're happy or you're sad, it really all came down to those final 2 plays. It's interesting because Seattle, after losing the lead, blowing a 24-14 lead going into the fourth quarter, you didn't deserve to win. And it took a miraculous catch by Matthews to even put you into position 2 plays later to commit the biggest boneheaded play in Super Bowl history, okay? So really, Seattle backers, you had to be grateful that you were even in that game in the final minute after Brady threw the second touchdown pass in the fourth quarter. But again, it's one of those things. So I'm not going to recap who won and who lost because you can see it all on the site. Normally what I've done post-Super Bowl is to reward the handicappers that won with an opportunity to gain new players by giving you huge discounts on March Madness packages. But in this case, since this game could have went either way, I can't do that. So here's what I'm going to do. This offer I'm going to give you is good for every single handicapper at the site. You can save $175 off of any handicapper 60-day package simply by using coupon code SAVE175. And we will go in and when you buy it, automatically extend your package purchase through the men's basketball championship game, the Final Four, through April 6th. So you will get all the action right through the men's title game. And you'll save $175 in doing so by using coupon code SAVE175, and that is for the purchase of any 60-day handicappers package. But I have two more offers for you as well. Perhaps you don't want to go that long. Okay, here's the deal. You can save $125 off the purchase of any 30-day handicappers package simply by using coupon code SAVE125. Now, before I give you the third coupon, some of you out there are going, hold it. On 30 days, I'm getting $125 off. But on 60 days, I'm only getting $175 off? What's the deal? It doesn't sound right. Go to the site, guys, because for the 11 years I've been running these sites since I created them, you will see that the 60-day packages have huge discounts already built into them. Go to the site and you'll see any handicapper's 30-day package. If you multiply it by 2, it costs a hell of a lot more than the 60-day package. You're always rewarded for buying the longer-term packages. It brings down your price per day. So that $175 saving on a 60-day package is a lot better, hundreds of dollars better in most cases, than buying a 30-day package twice and saving $125 on each time. So trust me on that. Look at the money. You'll see it yourself. So again, save $175 off of any 60-day handicappers package, and we'll extend it right through the men's title game and the Final Four for you absolutely free. Save $125 off the purchase of any 30-day handicappers package, or save $50 off of any handicapper 7-day package. And those coupon codes are simple. Save 175, save 125, save 50. Also, it goes without saying, if you happen to already currently be involved in a handicapper's package, let's say you have 10 days left on a package with me, and you want to go ahead and buy that 60-day package, not only will you be extended through the Final Four, but the 10 days you have in your current package, they will be added to your new package as well. Plus, if you happen to be in a package where you have an instant rebate that is applicable, that goes as well to maximize your savings. All the coupon codes are over on the homepage. All the other discounted coupons today are over on the homepage. And as always, customer service is there to answer any of your questions. Okay, let me get to a free selection for you. First of all, in the NBA here today, I'm going to go with Oklahoma City. I know the Thunder have been struggling. They've lost 4 of their last 5. All 4 of those losses came on the road. I can understand the first 2. You lost at Atlanta, you lost at Cleveland. I can understand the last one. You lost at Memphis. How you lost to the New York Knicks, damned if I know. Although Kevin Durant did not play in that game. Now, Durant returned in the game against Memphis, shot only 5 for 16 with Russell Westbrook also shooting only 5 for 16, and consequently they lost 85-74 to Memphis. The good thing is they're coming back home. They've won 6 in a row at home. They are 8-0 at home this season in the limited appearances when Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant have both been in the lineup. Meanwhile, the Magic, who are on the verge reportedly of firing Jacques Vaughn, something I said probably shouldn't happen when they lost to the 76ers a month and a half ago. They have lost 8 in a row, 14 of their last 16, losing 6 out of 7 on the road in that stretch. The defense has allowed at least 101 points in 12 straight games. During their current 8-game skid, they've allowed 113.3 points a game on 51.3% shooting. If that isn't music to Durant and Westbrook's ears after both going 5 for 16 against Memphis's tough defense, I don't know what is. The Thunder won the last meeting January 18th in Orlando. They were up 79-45 at halftime. They won it going away 127-99. Kevin Durant had 21 points and 11 rebounds, and he only played 28 minutes in that game. I mean, the Thunder hammered the Magic on the boards in that game, 54-33. They shot almost 58% from the game. I don't care what the line is in this one. You got to go ahead and lay it with Oklahoma City. College basketball. I looked at that Kansas-Iowa State game. It's a 7.5-point number. Now, you know Kansas has just 1 loss in the Big 12 this season, and that came at Iowa State back on January 17th when the Cyclones, a 4-point home dog, won outright 86-81. In that game, the Cyclones shot nearly 51% from the field. They had a 21-10 advantage in fast break points. but it shouldn't really be of a big surprise because last year in the Big 12 tournament, Iowa State also upset Kansas in that one. But here's the thing: this game is being played in Lawrence, and in Lawrence, in Lawrence, Kansas has won 9 in a row straight up in the series, averaging 85 points a game. They've won 12 of the last 13, in fact, in playing at home. So it's an interesting contest because you have Kansas playing some good ball. You have the Cyclones coming off a home win against Texas by 3. Took care of business against TCU by 17, but their last road game, they laid a big-time egg in Lubbock against Texas Tech, losing 78-73 as a 9.5-point favorite. They also lost at Baylor, 74-73. They did manage to win at West Virginia, 74-72. So they're 1-2 in the Big 12 road, but ultimately it comes down to the 7.5-point number here. Iowa State is a much better shooting team at home than on the road. What team isn't, right? But here's the thing with Kansas. I look at the Jayhawks, and yes, they're coming off a win against Kansas State. This is a team that got hammered earlier this season by Temple on the road, and that's the game that keeps harking back to me. I think Iowa State can stay within this number. I think Kansas wins, but I think you have to give Iowa State the shooter's chance here. And at 7.5 points, I got to take the Cyclones. 4.5, I'm on Kansas. 7.5, which I was stunned to see this number, I got to go the other way. I know Kansas is some revenge, but revenge doesn't always pay off with an ATS win, and sometimes it doesn't even pay off with a win anyway. So I'm going to go with Iowa State as the road dog. I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder as the home favorite, and those are your 2 free selections for today. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.